Hey everyone, Brandon here from IDUP Hockey, joined with Rob Gill, product manager for Warrior Hockey here in Michigan, and we have the Alpha LX Pro pant line in front of us today. Rob, so how would you describe the fit profile in this line and for the player?
Yeah, so the fit profile for this is really kind of that max fit. So something that we really focus on, protection is our number one focus with our pant line. So really beefing up padding in all the key areas. The really nice caveat to all of that is we pay as close of attention as we can to really adding as much flex in the key areas as we can. So in the back of the pant, through the inside of the legs and everything like that too. But really focusing on max coverage in this pant line.
Awesome. And so speaking of protection, there's a lot going on in that LX Pro. So let's start with that Impact foam and then kind of give us a look at the other protection features.
For sure. Yeah, so starting at the top of the pant, we're looking at really nice improved spine and kidney protection. So adding some VN foam through the kidneys as well as PE inserts, you get a nice thick piece of padding there that still has a lot of flexibility and mobility, so really comfortable for the player. And then a nice beefed up spine pad. It's more ergonomic now, so a little bit different shape than predecessors in our pant line, but still getting that nice piece of VN foam, that Impact foam in the back, again for a lot of added protection. So really beefed up in that spine and kidney area with a lot of protection, but a lot of mobility. You combine that with an internal belt that's underneath through there, and that adds to that mobility too. So keeping the top of the pant where it needs to be, protecting the player while they're skating around, falling, whatever it may be. There's a lot of movement lower, and keeping that top where it really needs to be.
So built from top to bottom, really designed, like as you mentioned, maximum coverage and protection, but with the mobility, with all those unique designs throughout the pant.
Absolutely.
So we also mentioned off camera too, you redesigned the thigh piece as well, and some great protection down there as well. Could you dive in a little bit about that?
Yeah, 100%. So a completely new fit for Warrior pants with us. We have a lot more shape to our thigh pads now, so it really wraps the leg a lot more than it used to from us. Does a couple things. One, provides a lot more protection and a lot more padding, having it wrap around the leg, but also really helps with the mobility because the pant's going to move in a much more natural way with that new thigh shape. And that's really consistent. We're talking LX Pro now, but that's consistent on every price point for us, which is really cool feature.
Right. And also the back of the thigh, usually pants, kind of not having anything there, but I'm loving what we're seeing this year in all three pants as well.
Absolutely. So paid a lot of attention to that hamstring protection too, so beefing it up again at every price point. It is, like you said, is kind of a area that you don't always think about, but it's a really easy place to get some hacks and whacks and things like that. So beefed it up on the LX Pro through here, so some nice padding in the back. And again, as we work through the line, you'll see consistency through there. The other really cool thing on the LX Pro, going back to the Impact foams that we use, we've added it to the hips of this pant as well. It's a big point of emphasis. There's a lot of impact that goes on there, getting bumped into the boards, bumping into other players, whatever it may be. So adding that Impact foam on the LX Pro in that hip area is really going to add a lot of protection for the player.
Right. And so last but not least is the outer shell. It's incredibly a well-quality material, and there's some strategic ventilation and stretch zones. So could you just touch on that a little bit
absolutely. So some really great materials, really durable, helping to protect against sticks, skates, pucks, whatever it may be. So a lot of durability there, but adding a lot of venting, you can see up through here in the top of the pant, and a lot of those flex zones that I talked about before. So when you're looking at the LX Pro specifically, you get a really nice flex zone in the seat of the pant here to offer a lot of mobility, as well as that really big flex panel that goes from the seat all the way to the front through the middle of the legs. So a lot of flexibility there, as well as some really big vents on the back. So keeping the player nice and cool inside of these pants for sure.
Now we have the LX20. Obviously the player who's looking for that maximum coverage and protection will seek the LX Pro, but for somebody who's still wanting the incredible protection and that fit, it's going to probably look at the LX20. So could you run through what this has to offer?
Yeah, absolutely. So looking at LX20, there's a lot of similarities here. So starting again at the top of the pant, the spine is really the same on the LX20 as it is on the LX Pro. You get a nice beefed up spine with that Impax foam for a lot of protection. When you look to the kidney area, we pull out some of that VN foam that was in the LX Pro, but still get a nice solid piece of PE through there with a lot of padding and a lot of protection. The LX20 also has an internal belt, so like I talked about on the LX Pro, you get that on the LX20 as well. So keeping that spine and kidney protection up where it needs to be and keeping the players safe while still having all that mobility through the lower part of the pant.
And then we have the LX30. Somebody who's playing casual hockey but still wants an incredible value in terms of protection and durability. This is a great pant. So could you walk us through this?
Yeah, absolutely. So LX30, what's really cool here is it's a really nice lightweight pant. It's very comfortable. We still have that same shape in the thigh pad that I talked about earlier. Again, you get it at every price point of this pant. Still getting those PE inserts through the spine and kidney area. When you look here, it's a little more toned down on that spine pad, but still a lot of protection, nice and thick with that PE inserts through there. Still getting a full internal belt on this as well. So again, a lot of mobility, a lot of flexibility through there. And another feature with all of our pants at every price point is we have, they're all adjustable, so they all have the added length feature. There's a zipper that runs around. You can add an inch of length to all of the pants from LX Pro all the way down to LX30. And again, even this, talking lightweight, talking everything along those lines, still a lot of that venting that I talked about at the LX Pro, LX20, LX30 continues that. A lot of venting and some really nice, great flex in this pant as well.
Right on. Rob, that's an awesome line to see. Can't wait to see these fly off the shelf.
For sure, yeah, I'm excited about it.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks.
And for you at home, if you want to get your hands on the Alpha LX Pro pant line and the rest of Warriors Protective, you can head over to icewarehouse.com.